Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the holiday edition of the Citi Prime News. We are live from our studios at number 11. Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka. My name is Ajua Tinkrama Domina. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, government announces more than 400% increment in passport application fees in the country. And a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament says although the increment is grounded in law, it is insensitive.
You look at the jump, it's something which for me, I think will be too much and too harsh, and they may not be able to get probably too many people applying for the passport.
Also coming up, Konfanoti Teaching Hospital suffers from power outages as it records breakdown of medical equipment and other major appliances. Still in this package, Citi FM, Citi TV put smiles on the faces of children at the Baptist School complex in Suhum with assorted food and domestic items as part of the 2024 Easter Orphan Project. And later, patrons of Citi FM and Citi TV's Back to Your Village Food Festival 2024 held spellbound as the two-day event surpasses expectations.
I praise the organizers, and I pray that the next year would even be bigger than this one.
We are live across the country on all our partner stations in the Upper West region. We're on Tumpani Radio 88.5 in Nadoli, on Jarapa 96.1 FM in Jarapa. In the Upper East region, we're on Recast 92.1 FM in Bongo Namo. In the Northern region, we're on North Star Radio 92.1 in Tamale. In the Northeast region, Nobia FM 98.1 in Nalarigu. In Western region, Beach 105.5 FM in Takrade. In the Ashanti region, Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi. Also Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, this is Sala Radio 97.1 FM, Holy 98.5, and in the Savannah region, you can find us on Kasha 99.5 FM in Damongo. Please stay for details.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
We're grateful for your company this afternoon. Now, effective today, Monday, April 1, 2024, Ghanaians will pay more to own a passport. This follows the upward adjustment of fees and charges for all services provided by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration at the passport application centers. Citi News' checks on the website for passport applications, passport.mfa.gov.gh, indicates more than 400% increment in processing fees. A standard 32-page passport, which used to cost between 100 cedis and 150 cedis for processing, will now cost some 500 Ghana cedis, while a 48-page will now cost some 644 Ghana cedis. Applicants who require expedited application processes for 32 pages and 48 pages will pay 700 and 800 Ghana cedis respectively. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the new fees were introduced in accordance with the Fees and Charges Regulations 2023 LI 2481. But a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament and the Member of Parliament for South Tong, Wisdom Kwabna Woyome, has called for a review of this new passport application fees. Speaking to Citi News, the legislator described the increment as too harsh, especially in the view of the current economic conditions prevailing in the country. According to him, although Parliament approved a generalized fees and charges for the various ministries in 2023, this increment by the ministry will affect passport applications both for Ghanaians and members of the diaspora.
I think looking at the situation currently pertaining on the individuals and the masses in the country, or the economic situation, the harshness of it, and the astronomical jump in the increment, because services such as services ranging from 50 cities to 100 cities, 150 cities, are now 500 cities, 700, 800 and above. You look at the jump, it's something which for me, I think will be too much and too harsh. And they should really, they may not be able to get probably too many people are applying for the passport and those are always coming in for the services. And probably also even people who want to probably go ahead and apply might find it very difficult and too much of a daunting task to be able to get just a mere passport. They should look at it, because the times are not friendly at all. They should look at it, more friendly way to accommodate many more who want to travel and have passport. Because
You heard Wisdom Kwabena. He's member of parliament for Saltong, also a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament. Away from that story, the Education Ministry is set to distribute some 450,000 smart tablets to students in some 30 schools across the country as part of the Smart Schools project. The initiative, dubbed One Student, One Tablet, aims at bridging the technological gap among Ghanaian senior high school students. Head of Public Relations at the Ministry of Education, Kwesi Kwarteng, says the distribution will begin this week.
Distribution of the One Student, One Tablet, which covers 1.3 million tablets to be distributed across all senior high schools in the country, is scheduled to start this week. Of course, in terms of the distribution, there is a schedule that is attached to it. And the Ministry of Education, together with the company responsible for the manufacture and distribution, that is KA Technologies, will commence the distribution with 450,000 tablets in the first phase. And that is expected to start this week. Apparently, the ministry has already listed some 30 schools where the distribution will commence. And from there, other schools will also receive theirs accordingly.
Kwesi Kwarteng is the head of public relations at the Ministry of Education. Now, moving on, a group calling itself Concerned Citizens of Karaga in the Northern region has halted a planned protest over the alleged mismanagement of the Karaga District Hospital. The group accused the district health director, the medical superintendent, the matron, and the hospital board of incompetence, which it says is detrimental to the hospital's operations. Speaking to Citi News, the convener of the group, Mohammed Awal Husseini, says the reason due to the ongoing disturbances, explained the reasons due to the ongoing disturbances there.
The regional health director, briefed me on the next line of action. They were coming to disseminate the information to the report to all the chief orders in Kalga, i.e. the health directorate, the hospital, the district assembly, and then the concerned youth of Kalga. But unfortunately, Karga currently, we don't have peace about the installation of the regent and other things. And there were a lot of gunshots in Karga leading to the death of one innocent young lady. So that is holding on to dissemination. So we are waiting for peace to, even though peace has returned, calm has returned into the area. We are waiting for the regional director to find the to come and do the dissemination. Our main objective is to find a solution to the district hospital. So once this modality has been kept in place to ensuring that we get those, those issues we have resolved, we don't have any problem.
That was the convener of the Concerned Citizens of Karaga, Mohammed Awal Husseini. Now, the ongoing power outages being recorded in the country are causing damage to equipment and resulting in a destruction of some essential medical supplies at major health facilities in the Ashanti region, including the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital. Sources at the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital have revealed a breakdown of medical equipment that heavily depends on a constant electricity supply. Intermittent power outages were recorded over the weekend, causing disruptions to healthcare delivery at the hospital. Already, the referral facility is struggling to settle over 27 million Ghana cedis debt owed the Electricity Company of Ghana after receiving disconnection notices. The intermittent power outages are exacerbating the situation at the facility. Sources have also revealed that the situation has affected the hospital's UPS and major appliances. Major health facilities like the Menchia Hospital are also feeling the impact of the intermittent power cuts. Away from that, the Ghana National Chamber of Construction Industry is calling on the government to expedite the payments of arrears owed contractors of infrastructural projects under the Ghana Education Trust Fund (GET Fund) since 2019. The chamber says this is on the back of the recent allocation of 2.6 billion cedis by the government to contractors to resume stalled projects under the GET Fund. Emmanuel Cherry is the Chief Executive Officer for the chamber.
GET Fund has its own formula that they use in disbursing their funds, the allocated funds for every year. So now that Parliament has gone ahead to approve of their formula, now the honor lies of GET Fund and its board to do the needful. So if the administrator is saying is going to set aside 2.6 billion Ghana cedis for infrastructure project development, it's a good news. Meanwhile, we need to at least first of all ask the question, what happens to the outstanding debt stock? Because we have a pocket of barely 600 to 800 million Ghana cedis, which is in arrears. So they should also consider clearing that in from 2019 to date before trying as much as possible continuing with some of these particular projects and the new ones entirely.
You heard the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Construction Industry, Emmanuel Cherry. The governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, will tomorrow open nomination for persons seeking to lead the party in the Ajusu constituency ahead of the by-election. This follows the passing of Dr. John Kumah, the MP for the area. The Deputy Finance Minister died on March 7th after a short illness. Deputy General Secretary of the party, Dr. Haruna Mohammed, says the party is making the announcement about the replacement with pain.
Nominations will be open tomorrow. That is on the 2nd of April, tomorrow Tuesday, and nominations should be closed on Thursday, meaning that all those who will be picking nominations will be able to return their forms either on the same 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, which is the last day. After the reforms has been returned, they will be notified of the number of people who have been eligible to pick the forms and successfully submitted them. There will be a committee that is going to vet these aspirants, and then a notice of poll will also be issued, and elections will be conducted a date given on the election. So it's going to be a very short period because of the nature of the elections, as we did in Asin North and also in Kumau. So this is going to be an exercise that we have done before, and it's not going to take a very longer time. We have not planned to have elections in the Ajusu because we have concluded all our elections in the Ashanti region, of which he was our candidate again for the 2024 general elections. But God, in His own wisdom, created this particular vacuum. In a very serious pain, the party has to take a democratic process to fill that vacuum. We still feel the pain of the loss of our brother, Dr. John Kumah, and we know that God will always be on our side and forgive him all his shortcomings.
That was the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Haruna Mohammed. Now, the National Association of Institutional Suppliers says arrangements are in place for its scheduled picketing on April 8, 2024, having obtained a permit from the Ghana Police Service for the protest planned at the Ministry of Education. Despite a meeting with the Education Minister on Thursday, the association says it is yet to secure the commitment of the ministry to sign a memorandum of understanding to settle all outstanding arrears owed its members. Public Relations Officer for the concerned National Association of Institutional Suppliers, Emmanuel Ivor, tells City News the association remains steadfast in its pursuit to compel the government to address their demands.
As we speak, we have given the agreement letter to them. We've signed our part. We are waiting for them to actually respond from the Ministry of Education. Once they actually sign, it means there has been a memorandum of understanding between us, and they promise to pay all arrears by 15th of this month. I think we are okay with it. But until they sign, nothing changes our plan for picketing. As I speak with you now, we have actually engaged the police service. We have finalized all formalities, and they have given us the go-ahead to picket. And we are, at the moment, planning as an association. We are still coordinating with all members nationwide to prepare for coming picketing on the 8th of April. until the letter is signed, we are not going to actually hold on, and nothing will change our plans for the picketing.
That was Emmanuel Ivor. He's Public Relations Officer for the National Association of Institutional Suppliers. You're still listening to the Citi Prime News live on Facebook on Citi 97.3, also live on all our partner stations across the country. When we return, we'll talk to you about how Citi FM and Citi TV is putting smiles on the faces of children for the 2024 Easter Orphan Project. Please stay tuned.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Oh, the blood.
It's that time of the year where our hearts and minds come together in one accord to commemorate the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Join us as we bring to your screens uplifting songs of worship, exaltation, and praise in the Easter special programming on the 29th and 31st of March 2024 on Citi TV. Brace yourself for an unforgettable experience as we celebrate the Passion of Christ with musical ministrations from the Gramophone Chorus on Good Friday. On Easter Sunday, Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Makwe, the General Overseer of Living Streams International, and the Monarch's Praise will take us to church with powerful and edifying melodies to crown the resurrection chapter in grand style. Stay tuned to Citi TV on Good Friday and Easter Sunday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. each day for the Easter special, and be blessed.
Citi TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on channel 363. On GoTV, we're on channel 117, and on HD+, get us on channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search, but take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV. Citi TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and HD+ boxes. Citi TV, it's your world.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. Thank you for your company. The Renal Patients Association is urging Parliament to reject any move to increase dialysis fees at the Kolebut renal unit. Parliament has been considering the cost of dialysis at Kolebut Teaching Hospital following the closure of the unit to outpatients last year. But in an interview with Citi News, a spokesperson for the Renal Patients Association, Kojo Ahenkra, wants Parliament to not approve an upward review in the cost of dialysis.
We are people who are top men. They are on the dialysis. They are not. Is it because they are not paying themselves and it's the government who is paying for it? That's trying to keep quiet. Why? It is to where? This thing is supposed to be there. Other people, it's free. We pay health insurance, we use what we use health insurance for. And then you want to increase it. For me, I'll be very, very much disappointed with them because we are expecting them that they should rather fight for us so that this thing can be on the national health insurance so that everybody can enjoy it. My friend, I come and see children. As I'm talking to you, I'm at the Kolebut unit right now. I'm going to see, I tell you, a 14-year-old girl is on. And then if it does not get anybody to do a donor or do a transfer, for the rest of her life, he's going to be on this machine. Who is going to pay for all this money? I mean, that if it does not get, you go and die. So for that one, we'll beg with Parliament. They shouldn't even think of it. They should not even approve of it at all.
You heard the spokesperson for the Renal Patients Association, Kojo Ahenkra, who stay on health because the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has called on the government to disburse unpaid COVID allowances promised them during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, some nurses who were promised allowances for their invaluable service have since not received any amount in that regard. President of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Perpetual Foriampofo, explained that the majority of the nurses have not received the allowance promised to them by the government. And now the 2024 Back to Your Village Food Festival concluded with both patrons and vendors lauding the organizers for an exhilarating showcase of traditional and cultural experiences that went beyond mere culinary delights. Attendees and vendors alike were left spellbound as the expectations were surpassed. Thousands of patrons thronged the forecourts of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly for the two-day festival. Details of the event are highlighted in the following report by Emmanuel Opong.
The highly anticipated food festival, the Back to Your Village Food Festival, commenced with a grand cultural opening as thousands of patrons and vendors were out by the thumbling of drums and rhythmic dance. The Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Stephen Asamoah Boateng, and the General Manager of Citi FM and Citi TV, Bernard Avle, addressed the gathering of patrons and vendors.
It is also an opportunity for business to grow. I was just telling Avle, coming from here, I haven't eaten, so today I'll sample all the food. So get ready, a little bit of everything. But it's important that it's the basis on which our economy grows, the small businesses. Everywhere in the world, if you want to do well, you start small. You start small and build. Some people start big and they falter because it's very uncertain what will happen. But when you start small and you get your family involved, you get your friends, you begin to build up. And in fact, when we talk of employment, the best way to create employment is use the small businesses that you have got.
Citi FM and Citi TV is bringing together Ghanaians from various cultures, various regions, to celebrate our difference in similarity, to celebrate our food, to celebrate our music, to celebrate our dance, to celebrate our fashion, and to celebrate our togetherness. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is a reminder that no matter how educated or advanced you are, you came from a village.
The Back to Your Village Food Festival featured an array of delectable traditional cuisines from diverse regions of Ghana. Offerings included apem and abomu, fufu and ebunebunu soup from the Akan village, a wakple and abobitadi, komi keshito from the southern village, and tuozafi and ayoyo soup, as well as wache with spicy shito and meat from the northern village. Several vendors, overwhelmed by the high patronage on the event's final day, expressed their gratitude to Citi TV and Citi FM for their support.
Every year I'll be available if there is live. I think it's a beautiful event portraying Ghana to the rest of the world. It's encouraging, and then looking at the beautiful cultural display that we've seen right from yesterday up to now, I think they've done very well. I'll be here next year regardless. I'll be here. It's a good opportunity and a platform for people that have left their hometowns and they are in Accra for so long because of work or one thing that is leading them to the other, to actually have a taste of the foods that they eat way back home. Yes, so it's a great opportunity. Sure, we will be here next year, God willing.
So far, so good. As a business student and as a food vendor, I think it's good. Per yesterday's sales, I think it's encouraging, and because we are here to sell ourselves, so because of yesterday's selling of ourselves and the food we sell, I think the market is very good. That's what I can say.
Some significant takeaways from the flavorful event were the cooking competition, which featured contestants from the various buses from the Heritage Caravan. Another key highlight was the Gari eating competition. Attendees also enthusiastically shared their experiences with Citi News.
I've been here. I know people propose programs and they air it once, twice, and that's it. But Citi FM does it every day, every blessed day. I will encourage you. You are doing well. I will encourage you that you do it more, and some of us behind will just give you backing support.
Organizers have done well. In fact, it's not easy organizing people to come from various walks of life to be present here, have a place to sit and eat comfortably. So yes, I praise the organizers, and I pray that the next year would even be bigger than this one.
As for the food, it's nice. At least it's good to go back to your village once in a while At least this one is very nice. Taking car to like Tamale now. Just come here, eat my food as if I'm in my own town. It's very nice.
The head of event and partnership at Citi FM and Citi TV, Frema Edunyame, also expressed satisfaction at the turnout of the festival as she promises a much higher experience next year.
Well, so from our perspective, we always want to give our patrons the best, Citi audience and Ghanaians in general. This is our Heritage Month, and we wanted to let Ghanaians enjoy heritage in terms of our cuisine. And so we had over 100 vendors, coming in to give meals, to give drinks and snacks as well. Don't forget that last year it was a bazaar. This year it has been a festival, and we are looking at building upon what we've done this year.
The Back to Your Village Food Festival is made possible by sponsors including Frito, Fortune Rice, Miss Cookie Spices, Pan-African Savings and Loans, Everpark and GB Foods.
Citi News' Emmanuel Opon with that report. And now Citi FM Foundation is today returning to the Baptist School Complex Orphanage Basco at Trotor near Suhum with its Easter Orphan Project to support and bring joy to the children this Easter season. The annual event, which has been made possible through the generosity of listeners and viewers of Citi FM and Citi TV, will see the orphanage receive assorted food, domestic items, among others. In addition, cash will be presented as financial assistance to Basco to aid in the running of the orphanage. Citi News' Neil Latte is currently with a team going to Suhum, and he joins us live on phone. Good afternoon, Neil. Thank you so much for your time. Has the team arrived, and what is happening there now, if you have?
Well, good afternoon, Adra. Indeed, we have arrived at Basco. We got here some few minutes past midday, and what is currently happening is that we just finished unpacking the truck with which we came with, and a lot of items, I must say. I can see student mattresses, we have bags of rice, cartons of milk and cooking oil. We also have confectionery, we have, name them, a lot of items through the kind generosity of listeners and viewers of Citi FM. Mind you, this is an annual event we keep doing, and this is the 18th year running. Since 2005, we have been supporting Basco here at Zoom. So that is currently the situation here at Basco. We are expecting to donate these items to managers of the facility. They've actually received us warmly, and the students or the children in the orphanage are also waiting patiently to ensure that these items are handed over to them.
Very well. Thank you so much, Neil Latte. He is reporting from our donation at Basco, Baptist School Complex Orphanage at Trotor near Suhum with the Easter Orphan Project. Now, before we go, in many countries, including Ghana, the 1st of April is known as April Fool's Day, where people prank each other. The pranks range from light issues to very serious ones, which leaves some victims in shock, bruised, or even offended. So what was worse April Fool's Day prank you suffered if you ever fell victim to what has been deemed by critics as an expensive joke? Here are some reactions from the streets of Accra.
3 years ago, my tenant told me her husband was seriously ill, so she needed a helping hand. I rushed to help, only for me to see the husband sitting in the living room and laughing at me.
A friend of mine pranked someone about his dad calling him to come over to Kanishi for a gift, and he prefers a prayer. So we were all together, and then my friend called the other guy about his dad, told him to come and pick something up from him at Kanishi. So his mind was very far. He didn't know that it was 1st April, so he was very happy to be in a hurry to go. So yeah, he called, and then we were like, yo, bro, today is 1st April, bro, so don't expect anything better from anyone. Just that remember, today is 1st April, so yeah, you should come back home. Like, oh, really? Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for pranking me on 1st April.
I told the person to meet me somewhere. Someone is looking for her. But after he got there, I wasn't there.
And what did the person do to you?
That one is not easy. It's very annoying.
Yes, the voices of some Ghanaians sharing their experiences on the April Fool pranks day. But those pranks, some of them can be very expensive, so let's be guided when you're pranking somebody. But that's it for today's edition